The Dragbat army at Town Hall 12 is so strong that you don't even need the bat spells to triple bases. Even when your dragons fail to get value, the bats can carry the attack across the finish line. No perfect execution required, no fancy pathing, just basic spell timing is needed. I've giving away the summer scenery to one lucky subscriber. Check out my recent post to know more. You just have to subscribe to the channel to enter, so don't miss the chance. Before we dive into how to execute, let me quickly show you the army composition. You've got 10 dragons and 8 balloons for your main push. Then some support and cleanup troops to round things out. For spells, you'll be using 1 rage, 6 bat spells, and 4 freeze spells. These are key to keeping splash defenses off your bats. In the clan castle, you've got 3 super minions, 1 poison spell, and the siege barracks to set your funnel before the dragons go in. Let's jump into the replays. Don't miss out the third one, where I swag all bat spells. On the queen, we got the giant arrow and healer puppet. The warden has healing tome and rage gem. And the minion prince got henchman puppet and dark orb. Alright, so that's the army composition. Now here's the first replay. We're going against an anti-2-star base with 3 single-target infernos, and this hit took just around 80 seconds. First, start with the queen in a corner. Use the giant arrow to take out 1 air defense early. Then place your siege barracks on the opposite side to set the funnel. Once the funnel's built, drop all your dragons in between and watch them group up as they push into the core. Here's where timing matters. As soon as the dragons hit the first layer of damage, you pop the minion prince's ability to slow down defenses and reduce the incoming DPS. A few seconds later, pop the warden ability to shield the entire push as it enters the core. Now it's time for the bats. Deploy them on the opposite side of where your dragons are going. This avoids any red bombs killing the bats that might have been triggered by dragons. Use your freeze spells on splash defenses like wizard towers or multi-infernos as the bats get close. With decent timing, this hit is a guaranteed triple. Next replay shows what happens when things go wrong, but the army still works. The giant arrow accidentally takes out 2 air defenses. Dragons are deployed before the siege barracks even finishes funneling. And we're also flying right into a sweeper. The dragons split horribly and never group up. They just split so bad that the core is untouched. But still, we start the bats on the opposite side once again. As the bats get to the wizard tower, we mess up the freeze spell too, and the wizard tower killed half of the bats. Even then, the remaining push manages to clear the base. That's how forgiving this army is. Okay, third replay. This one's pure dominance. You funnel with the queen and the siege barracks on opposite sides. Drop your dragons in between, and everything goes to plan. You're facing a base with 2 ground expos, so there is less DPS on dragons, letting them survive longer. The warden ability is timed well, the rage spell helps melt the core, and you barely use any spells on the back end. Dragons finish most of the base until the back end and then all got wiped. But that's when the heroes clean up whatever's left. And bats? Swagged, all of them. Now let's look at a tougher base, a compact box-style layout. Normally, these aren't ideal for spam-style armies, but this setup can still punch through. Same start, queen and siege barracks to funnel. Then spam the dragons into the town hall. And go early with the warden ability. This time though, things don't go great. Dragons fly straight into the core, take heavy push from the sweepers, and get picked off by single infernos. All of them are gone by now. The queen ends up on the outside clearing trash. But now the bats come in. Use your freeze spells carefully. Time them right as bats approach wizard towers or splash defenses. Even without a single dragon left, the bats carry the attack across the finish line. This was probably the messiest attack of the video, but it still ended in a triple. That says everything. Now let's wrap up with one final multiplayer hit. The steps are simple. Start with the queen to get 1 or 2 air defenses, use the siege barracks on the other side for funneling, and drop all dragons in between. Pop the Warden and Minion Prince abilities at the right time as the push enters the core. After that, it's mostly just watching the dragons move through the base. Once the push finishes one side, drop your bat wave on the other. You don't need perfect funneling or flawless spell usage. Just decent freeze timing, and you're set to triple any base. So, to sum it all up, the Dragbat army at Town Hall 12 is built for fast triples, minimal thinking, and maximum value. Even with sloppy execution, it works. And with good execution, you might finish before the clock hits 90 seconds. Copy the army link from the description, try it out in your next war or push or CWL attack, and let me know how it goes in the comments. If you found this video helpful, a like would be appreciated, and if you're new here, hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss one of these guides. See you in the next one.